everybody. Welcome to another live art tutorial. I'm glad you all could join me. Today is going to be a really fun project that we're going to be doing. The things you're going to need are Sharpie marker or alcohol markers, which is what I have today. Sharpie marker with colors, or if you just have the black, that's fine too. And then you're also going to need a Ziploc bag. You're also going to need a white piece of paper. Let me find my list just to make sure here. Okay, you're going to need one cardstock, two printer papers, or one printer paper and one black paper. You will need a black crayon or a black color pencil if you don't have black paper or a black marker. And Sharpie markers or alcohol markers and scissors is what you're going to need. All right, so to start off, I want to show you what we're making. We're going to be doing, I know you can't see it right now, but we're going to be doing these little Ziploc, this is a flashlight, a little paper flashlight, okay? And then we're going to be making this. So take your flashlight, put it in there, and hey, looky there, you're looking at stuff. Look at that. Super cute, right? So this is what we're doing today. We're going to do this little flashlight Ziploc scene, okay? So to start off, you're going to need, you're going to take your plastic bag, your Ziploc. You could use like a little sandwich bag if that's all you have, a little tiny sandwich bag. That will work too. But you're going to take your Ziploc and your paper that you have. The paper that I have. The paper that you have, you're going to take one of your printer papers. Pardon me, I have to cut some of this off. I have a really long paper, and so I need to cut it to fit my bag. So if it doesn't fit in your bag, cut it so that it will fit in there. There's a reason we use this thing, so you can see when you're drawing on the bag, right? All right, so take one of these papers, okay, and you're going to stick this inside. You're going to stick this inside the plastic bag, all right? Okay, inside the bag. Flip this over because I don't want the Ziploc showing, so is that going to fit in there? No, it's not. Yeah, it'll fit. It'll fit. You just got to work it in there. Hi, Anna. Put it in there. Push it through. Okay. And then, and now you have your paper in there, right? I'm going to put these off to the side. Okay. And then once you have that, I'm going to zoom up so I can show you what I'm doing. We're going to start drawing a scene. Now, at City Museum, we have the caves. And years ago, when I first started at City Museum, Bob, the owner of City Museum at the time, Bob Castley, who is the owner and creator, had this thing going where he did Friday Night Lights is what it was called. And what we used to do is we used to hand out these little teeny tiny flashlights, and then we would turn off lights in the museum, not all of them, but a lot of them. And then you get to run around with your flashlights and go in the caves and first floor and all these different areas without any super bright lights on, and you can use your little flashlights to look around, which I thought was really cool. So this one is, in my opinion, really super cute. So for those of you that are just joining, we are making these little flashlight project. So we're gonna, so this is how you do it. Can you see? So this is the project today. All right. Now, we've already taken our Ziploc and stuck our white paper in there, right? So you're going to take the white paper. Hi, Charlotte. You're going to take the white paper, and we're going to take our markers. Now, as I said, you either need Sharpies or alcohol markers. It depends on what you have. If you have washable markers, it won't stick to this plastic bag. So to start off with, since we have the caves at City Museum, I think I'm going to do a cave scene with a dinosaur because I think that'd be really super cute, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is, normally I would take and outline my drawing with a black marker, but we're doing it on this plastic, and I'm not super comfortable doing that because it's just going to bleed all over. So I'm going to take a color from my alcohol markers, pick a color here, and then I'm just going to do the color first, and then once I get all the color for all my things, I'll go back and outline it in the black. Right? That makes it so much easier. Okay, so I'm going to take the thicker end of my alcohol marker because I have these, has a small tip and a big tip on them. And in case you're wondering what markers I'm using these Arteza Everblend art markers, which are super awesome. And I bought these on the Arteza site. If you want to get those, they're pretty cool. All right, so I'm going to start with one of my favorite dinosaurs, which is, I believe it's called a Brontosaurus. It's what we all like to refer to as a long neck dinosaur, right? So I'm going to do the long neck dinosaur first. Mine isn't going to look identical to a long neck dinosaur because I do draw little whimsical things, right? So my little characters are always whimsical. They never look quite realistic to what the bones would look like. Right? I imagine my little dinosaur is going to be pretty cute. I'm only going to give him the 2 legs. Kind of like this look. It kind of looks like a cave drawing. Right? Okay, so this is the first one. This is the Brontosaurus. You want to see it? Do you know how to make it? Okay. And then I'm going to do another dinosaur. I'm not going to do the black overlining until I've got all the colors done. So then I'm going to do maybe some cave-like stalactites and stalagmites. Do you all know what those are? Stalactites, when I was younger, I was taught that stalactites were tight to the ceiling, and stalagmites might reach the ceiling. And that's how I was taught to differentiate the two. I believe that's how it went. Now, it's been 20 some odd years or longer since I've been in school. So if I am wrong, please correct me. Okay, so now I'm going to give it some mites and some tights up there. So stalagmites and stalactites. And I don't know if this gray might not show up. I might have to do a darker gray potentially. Let's see. So basically, yeah, that's a little better. See that a little better. So stalactites, stalagmites, they basically just look like this. Some of them have little bumps on them, you know. So I'm going to put some of these hanging up here. Some little bumps on them. Now we have these in the caves. And Bob created the stalagmites and the stalactites with cement. And I've actually had people that have asked me if the caves were real. Usually it's younger kids that ask me that. But no, the caves are not real. Bob Castley is the one that created the caves. And he made all those little dinosaurs in there. All right. Give some over here. Hey, if you wanted, you could even do bats in the caves. You know what I mean? Like, however you want. But anyway, we're doing City Museum caves today. I'm pretty sure we don't have any brontosauruses in there, but, I mean, I don't think we do. We might have. If there's somebody who knows more about the caves than me, knows if there's any brontosaurus in there, let me know. Because I don't think there is, but I'm not quite sure. Stalactites, stalagmites. Here we go. All right, so there's that. I'm going to give it some of this here. Some little ground for it to stand on. There we go. Now remember, we're doing all the coloring and then we're going to draw over it with the black, okay? All right, so there's all of my, I'm pretty happy with that. I want to give my little caves some shiny, like crystal-y things, I think. So I'm going to add like some little purple accents to it. Why not? And I'm going to do it all to one side. Kind of like a little shadow or just a little extra something, you know, right there. And down here too. There we go. I could probably do it to the dinosaur too. Add some green, darker green to the dinosaur. So let's see. Add some darker green to it. I'm just using the chisel tip instead of the fine tip. There we go. These alcohol inks work really well with this. There we go. I just add a little dimension to it. And that's what I got so far. Looking good, right? Okay. And then if you want to do like some little bats or anything like that, I think maybe I might add another dinosaur to it. Maybe I'll use the screen. I like the screen. So let's add another dinosaur. What about if I did a... Oh, my T-Rexes never look like T-Rexes, but you know what? Oh well, let's do it. These kind of look like cave drawings, so I guess I'm okay, right? Okay. There we go. Little tail. And I like to give my dinosaur, my little T-Rexes, short little arms. They have short little arms and just little legs. Looks like a little cave drawing. Another one here. There we go. Cover that in. All right, now there's my non-threatening T-Rex. Okay, and then now I'm gonna take the black and I'm gonna outline my little things that I did. So I should probably use the bullet tip end here and outline it. There we go. That gives it a little bit of definition. No. Okay. Now I hope you all are joining in. You know, you could do anything. You could do plant life. You could do like the one that I did here, my example. That one is an ocean scene. But I just thought this was more fitting since we do have the caves and it is a flashlight little project, that it would be really cute if I did the cave scene. So just outline all your stuff. See how much better? If you were to outline first, like I tried it with the last one I did, I outlined first, and it just didn't work for me. It was not good. It bled and bleeded into it. Bleeded? I don't think that's a word. It bled into it. Anyway, okay, so once we have this done, the next step's fairly easy. It's a little bit time consuming, but all right. Now put faces on your little characters, right? See how it didn't? It's hard for the marker to work on the alcohol ink on plastic. Okay, my little guy does not look happy. That's okay. It's okay. So it makes it cute, right? Okay, and then I'm gonna give it some little dots. Why not? I don't know if they had dots or not. Like, who knows what a dinosaur had on their skin? I mean, I don't know what their skins look like. So for me, I'm just gonna add dots to my dinosaur because that's what I imagine they had. I imagine they had dots. Okay, and then I gotta do the T-Rex. So for my T-Rex, let's give him, oh, he's not wanting to write. The marker's not wanting to work. Maybe it could be running out. That could be a thing it's doing too. All right, let's see. All right, and I'm going to give it some teeth, eyes, big old huge eye. there, and then I'm going to go around. It could be because I'm writing on the plastic and the marker too. Might have something to do with it. I always like to make the legs, for some reason, look like they're stuck into the body. And I'll show you what I mean by that. I put like little round circles around where the legs and arms go to make it look like they're coming out. Okay. There's this. Okay, now I want to make my T-Rex look angry because I always envision T-Rexes being angry. So my T-Rex has got an angry little eyebrow. There we go. There's that. I need to I should probably put some ground beneath him, right? There we go. I'm going to leave that blank. Okay? All right, and then, oh, maybe I should color that. Let me color that in. That needs to be colored in, if I can. If it'll work for me, needs to be. All right. Don't touch the black marks because it will bleed. Okay, good enough. All right, and then, okay, so here's the next step. Once we have that done, let's set that aside for a second, okay? Next step is to take your white paper that I told you needed, and you need to, or your black paper. If you have black paper, awesome. If you do not have black paper, you need to color the paper. So I already started a little bit because I didn't want it to take super long to do this. So I already started with the marker coloring it because I did not have black paper. So basically, I'm just going to color the rest of this, okay? So this is what you do with the printer paper. I don't like using markers on printer paper because it really just sucks the ink because it's a printer paper, right? And that's what it's supposed to do. It sucks the ink out of your markers. But I've had these markers for a while, so if it dries out, oh well. I just have to buy some more. You can purchase these on Amazon, by the way. The brand name is called Mr. Sketch Scented. And this one smells like licorice, black licorice. Like those candies, Good and Plenty's. Oh, I love those candies. All right. All right, just color it all in. Then I'm going to have to cut this down because I think my paper is probably too big. All right, so yeah, I need to do it actually a little more. Here, so let's add some more to this because I didn't have it big enough. I can always go back and cut what I don't need, right? All right. Make sure you get all the white on it. I'm going to color that in with black. Hopefully you have a protective on your table. Okay, let's see. Now measure it on your bag to see if you got it all. Okay, I did. Most of it anyway. All right, and then the next step is to, if your paper is too big to cut it, I need to add a little more here. Okay, so then my paper is too big, so I'm going to cut it. If you're using a little small sandwich baggie, you definitely need to cut your paper, unless you already did that ahead of time, in which case it don't matter, does it? Okay, put that aside. Measure it again, like this. Okay, and then I'm going to cut this extra off. I don't really need it. That. And a little more I'm going to color that in. All right, now, once you have your paper completely colored, the next step is to take out the white paper that you put in, okay? Take out the white paper. That needs to go away. And put this black paper in its place, okay? You gotta kind of work with it. Figure out how to stick it in there. There we go. Now you can't really see it too well, right? There we go. All right, and now you set that aside. And then the next step is to take your cardstock. So this is the next step. Take the cardstock, and you're going to take your black marker, okay? And we're going to draw a flashlight. So the flashlight, you're going to like this. Kind of looks like a water tower. So you're going to go, I don't know how big you want your flashlight to be. It depends on if you have a sandwich bag or not. I don't know about that. Get that off there. And then I'm going to do a small one because I find that the small ones look better. All right, so this like this here. And then I apologize for the honking outside. I have a truck out there that's honking on the highway. Okay, and then straight down. Don't forget to add your, see how I did that? This is your flashlight. That's how you do that, okay? All right, and then don't forget to add your button right here. That's how you turn your flashlight on. It's just a little extra graphic, right? A little extra something. And then if you want to add lines, you can add lines to your flashlight. You know, just decorate it, make it look cute. There we go. And that's what I got so far. And then we're going to color it. So I want to color this part yellow so when you look at it, you're like, oh, that's a flashlight, right? So I'm going to color it yellow. Mine is a fluorescent yellow. If you had a highlighter, you could use a highlighter too. That would work, right? Oh no, I did it wrong. I didn't want the white to show. Oh, I might have to redo this really quick. Let me see. I always mess things up. Why do I always mess things up? Let me see. Yes, I most definitely have to redo this. Okay. I will have, you know what? I'm not going to redo the whole thing. I'm going to cut this part off, and I'm just going to tape the extra to it. Oh my goodness, this truck. Okay. And then at any rate, we're going to have to cut this out anyway, so if you need to cut this out, go ahead. The yellow was supposed to be for just this part, and the white was supposed to be left. All right. If I was just filming this, I would have totally cut that out and edited it, but since this is live, there's no editing. Okay, I'm going to do this over. I'm just going to cut it out, and then I'm going to use, I'm just going to flip it over and use the other side of it. That'll work, right? That way I don't have to redraw it. I just have to outline it. And I really probably won't even have to outline it. Stick it on. Well, the yellow's still showing. Nope. I am going to have to redo it all. Oh well. Do over. So let me measure this. And do this all over again. I'm not going to make it that big this time. I'll make it smaller. I'm going to do it kind of crooked. Why not? All right, and then I'm going to cut this out, and then I'm going to tape it to it because I messed up, and you all probably didn't. I don't know why I always mess up when I do these things. Okay. All right, and then I'm just going to tape this to it because why not? Okay. So I have tape that's sitting here anyway, so let me get some tape real quick. I'm just going to tape it to the back. It'll be all right. Okay. All right, now I have my flashlight, and now you can color this in. You're supposed to color this part, not this part. So that's where I messed up. So now I'm going to color this part, because that's what I was supposed to do in the beginning. And that's what I wanted to do anyway. Okay, there's that. And then you color your flashlight. Get rid of this stuff. It's in my way and I don't like it. Okay, and then color your flashlight. So the flashlight color, because I'm a girl, I'm going to do pink. Because girls like pink, boys like pink too. Everybody likes pink, right? All right. Okay, now look at that. That black is bleeding. I don't like that. Ugh. Oh, well, it's okay. That here. Okay. Now, I have my flashlight made. Oh, this is the test. Okay, let me put my markers up. Right. step is this, right? So now you have your black paper in there and you made your flashlight, and this is the next step to see if it works, right? So let's see. Can you see it? Is it working? Let me shut my light there. Sorry about the truck, it's making a lot of noise. So that's how that works. So your little flashlight is shining on your cave, right? So that was my project today. I hope you all had fun. I thought this one was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I like this project a lot actually. And when I do get to go back to the museum and start doing Art City again, this is going to be a project that I'm probably going to do because this one was a lot of fun. And if you have small little baggies, man, you could, we can make these quick like at the museum. That would be fun. Also, I don't know if you all know, whoever's watching, but City Museum, today's Wednesday, right? City Museum has opened today, and you can make reservations online because that's how they suggest that you do it, is make reservations right now, because I want to say, and I'm pretty sure, that the reservations is for 2 sessions during the day. It's one from 10 to 1, I believe, and 2 to 5. And so I believe it's like 3-hour sessions, and there's 400 people per session, okay? So if you want to do it, the suggestion is that you get online and you reserve, buy your tickets that way. Also, if you want to look at, find out any more information, just go to citymuseum.org, and we'll have all that stuff posted on there, what precautions we're taking, everything you need to know before your visit, so you can be ready. And then also follow us on Facebook, because I'm still going to be doing these for a little bit, I believe. Tomorrow's Thursday. I'll be back on tomorrow at 11 o'clock, and I'll also have a more adult directed project at 7 o'clock. So join me tomorrow, 11 and 7, and hope you all enjoyed the project today. And one more last look at it so everybody can see it from afar. Let me turn off my light. So maybe you'll be able to see it better if I turn off my light. Let's try it like this so the glare is not on there. There we go, that's better. So that's the project. A little flashlight in a Ziploc bag with a little graphic. All right, well, until tomorrow, see you then.